Alright guys, we are officially on the road to the Arnold, headed to Columbus, Ohio. It's February 28th, about 10 o'clock. We're running about an hour late, but I had to come back and get my lucky Jesus of Nazareth sandals. Most comfortable things ever to wear on competition day, especially when you get to tan, you can wear shoes and stain everything up. So, good to go. See you here in a second. So to give y'all a little update, this morning I weighed 217. The weight limit for my height is 220. So what we're going to try to do today, we got a 5-hour drive here in the Jeep. So we're not going to eat too much or drink too much. Just because we should get there around 3 o'clock or so, we'll still have plenty of day left to eat and hydrate. But what I would like to do is go ahead and check in today. They're having an optional check-in. It's mandatory for the women to check in today, but optional for the men if you're in town. So that's kind of why I wanted to get up here 2 days before the show, just so I could go ahead and get that knocked out. That's a big stress reliever when you can do that and start your eating and carbing up and all the manipulations and different stuff without having to worry about anything. So we're on the right track, and I also brought my inversion boots just in case my cramped up or compressed from this long road trip. I might even have to hang upside down in the gym for a few minutes before I go get my height tested, because I'm always right there on the borderline. So here we go. Thanks for watching, y'all. Alright, so it's about time for that first meal. It's been 2 hours since I had my shake before I left. So keeping it light, I've got 5 ounces of shredded chicken, got a little sauerkraut, some asparagus, and some cauliflower rice in there. So total weight of that should probably be about 8 ounces probably. So I probably had about 8 ounces of liquid today as well. So we should still be under the weight limit from this morning, or the 220 cap. We'll still be under that. This will probably be my last meal before I weigh in. We're about 3 hours out, so I'll have to put off my meal about an extra hour. I like to eat every 2 hours, but we'll do 3 just for the sake of making weight and feeling good the rest of the day. I've got my Ninja Turtle utensils here, and because I'm a man, I'm going to eat original cream of rice, no water. Just going to chew it up. Tastes like cornbread. First carbs in 3 days. Never tasted so good. It's time to fill out little by little.
I-71 north toward Cincinnati.
Good. So we're sitting here 37 miles on I-71 from Cincinnati's. Just want to give you a little wisdom to take with you. Next time it's raining cats and dogs, take off your cruise control, or you'll end up spinning off the roadways. It's slippery when wet. I crashed one time. I'll never do it again. Sunny boys.
27. They released a new song called Bulletproof today, and I've got some pretty accurate
Continue on US 50
pretty sure it's
miles.
correct that right around 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we're about an hour and a half from back. Here it is. That's Channel 37. Here's...
Almost made it one tank. Old gas hog here. Taking it hard on me, 50 bucks to fill up. But, tax right off. Better than that. I got this to help me out on the gas mileage. I don't know if it works that good yet, but it looks cool. Cold air intake. I could tell I had a little bit more horsepower on the way here. I think I'm averaging about good old 16 miles a gallon. It's not a Honda Civic, but about half, I guess. Well, we made it, brother. We made it. Let's get checked in. Let's get the food rolling. Let's get a little hangry. Farmer carry here.
Going up. I can't turn the record button off. I can't turn the record button off.
Getting these carbs ready. About to weigh in. Just weighed in at about 218.2 in the room, so no stress. Let's get this bad boy cooked up because we don't have microwaves in the room. So we're dealing with community microwaves unless I can pull a scam and say that I need it for medical reasons. Never have enough cinnamon. Them carbs, boy. No salt. Everything you need right here, bud. Everything you need. That's 40 carbs. We haven't been too aggressive with it yet. Just doing about 40 carbs a meal. Just chilling. We got plenty of time to fill out. No need in doing it all at one time. This way. We made it. They weighed us in at 217 and just over 6 foot. I think they said 6.5 feet. I was trying to stretch that neck out a little bit and make sure I was good, but we're good. So we'll polish off this meal and then get to walking around.
Where are the Mac sections?
Right.
Underneath that box of bags. How's it going?
So I feel kind of guilty because I hadn't hit any cardio today. The first time since I started prep 8 weeks ago. So we're just going to take a little trip around the city, sightsee a little bit. My boy Arnie called me up. He said he wanted to try on the DWF new iron tank that we're selling on dreamweaverfit.com. So we're going to go check him out real quick.
Rolling.
We're not supposed to be in here, but nobody said we couldn't. Everybody's getting set up for tomorrow. It's going to be a crazy madhouse. Alright guys, so just knocked down about the 4th or 5th meal today. We're just now unpacking all the food. So I'll kind of show you how I like to do all this. It makes it super fast, super easy. You can always pull from the fridge and weigh on your scale. Always have a little scale with me. This is a pocket one, which is pretty convenient. But you can always just grab you a container, set it on the scale, zero it out, and then add your meats, and then we'll talk about the carbs here in a second. But I'll just show you how I've got some stuff in here, like Tetris. Got shrimp. I've got chicken that's cooked and with the date on it that it was cooked, shredded chicken. I've got my Archunia habanero sauce from El Mazatlan, just in case digestion starts acting funky. That right there will clean you out faster than anything. So we have some more chicken. And we got some more chicken. And we've got some fish. This is actually Pangasius, shark catfish. So if you're watching this, this will be probably the first time it's ever been announced, but I'm working on coming out with a meal prep company here before too long, when everything slows down a little bit, and you will have these options available to you. We'll have a weekly pickup, affordable, cooked fresh weekly, and not frozen. So stay tuned for that, because that's going to be epic if we actually follow through with it. But there's my meats. I've got a few ice packs in here. You're not always fortunate enough to have a fridge. I've stayed, done bodybuilding shows before and not had a fridge, and you have to keep everything on ice. So I got everything on ice just in case. Here's my last thing. I got a big old box of waterproof asparagus here. This is my veggie of choice right before a show, just because it has kind of a natural diuretic effect. So we're going to be pulling off water next day or so. So that's what I'll be eating. It digests easy. It doesn't bloat me like broccoli and some of the other stuff. But there's the cold foods. Alright, so most of y'all know I don't eat a ton of carbs. I run pretty good off fats and proteins. But in the event where I hear carb load, I'm like, man, I need to grab everything I can from the grocery that tastes good, looks good, and it's going to help me fill out. So I won't eat all this, but I'll cherry pick and we'll knock down most of it in my carb up. But got a few different types of rice cakes. Y'all saw me in the Kentucky Open video saying, caramel. Those are good. I just had 2 of these cinnamon toast organic rice cakes and they were fire. So I'm glad I got those. Got some regular ones. Got some Rice Krispie treats. Just to get in some quick sugars if I need to. I brought my little egg cooker. If I get some eggs, I can put them in there and microwave for 30 seconds. We'll have fresh eggs. But I found some at the grocery store just down the stairs. They already had some hard-boiled ones cooked and packaged, so I got those instead. Cream of wheat, 2 boxes. Already knocked down half a box today. Cream of rice is my favorite carb up. I digest it the best. I've got another thing of it over here. I got some, had these last week, tested them out, English muffins, but sourdough. And I'm telling you what, they were freaking good. So, I got some just in case. I got some random sardines, just if I want to get a protein fat meal. Also, in my 6-pack bag here, I've got more than you could handle. Packs of tuna. Got some Barney butter bear packs, because tomorrow we're doing no sodium, just to manipulate that for my water manipulation, salt manipulation. So that's what I'll be having for my fat sources tomorrow. Of course, I got the regular smooth Barney butter that has the sodium in it. It's extra tasty. I'll be having it today. I've got some little Saigon cinnamons. Okay, I'm adding that to most of my carb meals. I got some blackberry jelly spread here for my rice cakes if we need it when we start really upping the carbs. Got some garlic. I got some salt-free seasoning for my salt-free day tomorrow. But when the salt comes back in, I like that Bragg's liquid aminos. We got my trusty pink sea salt. Now, I've been measuring this by the crank every day, so I've been doing like 4 to 5 cranks per meal, so that way I know it's consistent. I got some different hot sauces here, just to add if I want to the chicken or anything. That had these actually from my show last year. I only ate 1 or 2 of them, so I brought the box. This will go in the same category as the jelly, just in case I need to add some quick sugars. And apple cider vinegar, just in case I get heartburn or need to improve the glycemic index on something that I'm eating. I'll do it like before or after. So that's what we're looking like, guys. We got everything here squared away. Got some fresh water, and I guess it's time to shave up. We gotta get shaved up, full body. It's gonna take about a freaking hour. It's probably the worst thing I hate about bodybuilding is always shave. Take a long time, but we do it tonight. We get the spray tan tomorrow, and it'll stick just like fresh canvas or something. You know, we'll be able to paint the sculpture up. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna rest the night. So stay tuned. We'll see if we can get this 2X off Arnie, off the Australian oak here. Took me a minute to get it on, but ooh, might have to leave it on here. is a little chilly out here. You might appreciate it. Come on, Arn. There we go. I can sell this tank for mucho dinero on the website now. It's been on Arnie. Famous. Alright guys, we're one day out. It's March 1st. One day out. Just weighed myself on the trusty bamboo scale here, and it said 214 and some change. So actually lost about 3 or 4 pounds from yesterday. So, you know, just assessing myself in the mirror, everything has tightened up considerably just because I haven't had carbs in a few days. Skin's getting a little thinner, but usually I lose about 5 pounds or so when I sleep, so that's about right. But I do feel better, not as bloated. I'm gonna keep the carbs coming today. I had about 200 yesterday, nothing big, but it doesn't take much for me, so. Gotta be able to hit that vacuum tomorrow on the big stage. It's time to eat, I guess. Swole tip of the day. Swole secret. Espresso spoons makes your meal last at least 3 times longer. They're so small, but when you're eating in a deficit, not so much today, but the whole diet up to this point, the longer you can make your meal last, the way better it is. Because I know I used to use huge spoons, and I'd zip through my meals in, 30 seconds, be like, well, I'm already hungry. But this helps out a little bit, so try it out. Espresso spoons, got them off of Amazon. Alright guys, so today's game plan. If you've done any one of my past 8-week challenges, you're familiar with the peaking protocol. Okay, so what's important today, it being one day out, is we're doing as little to no sodium as possible. So any sodium will be coming from the food source itself. We're not adding any. This is going to be what I'm adding today. It's Miss Dash, salt free, just a good flavor. That's going to be everything. That's going to be my seasoning for everything, if I even need it. Like my first meal had shrimp. I just like to taste the shrimp by itself. So we're doing that. We're keeping portions of protein very low, 3 to 4 ounces, because we're more concerned about filling out with the carbs today. So I got 4 ounces of fish here. And my primary source of carbs today is going to be cream of rice. I haven't went downstairs and cooked it yet, but there's no sodium in this compared to cream of wheat and some of these other rice cakes and other rice-based products. So that's the game plan, and then when it's about time to cut out water, I'll let you know. I've got a jug right over here, and we'll probably take down 1/2 to 3/4 of it before we cut it out. Then we might do something a little crazy for tonight. Knocking out my 50 carbs a meal. Look at this bad boy right here. I got this, went ahead and prepped this for tomorrow. It's 300 carbs of cream of rice already prepped. So that way, each spoon I'm taking down a ton of carbs tomorrow, just in case I need them. I'll keep that with me. But we're here at the Hyatt Regency, 2nd floor. This is probably the most popular bar here always come here every year just to hang out and meet people and have a couple drinks. And but this year we're right here. We just got to take the elevator down. So our microwave's over here, so it's not too bad. It'd be way worse. But there's food everywhere. I just like soaking up the moment. Back at my favorite place, eat some scrimps. I got one sourdough English muffin. Those are my new favorite. Throwing on that no salt Barney butter there. And waiting on my cream of rice. About 70 carbs. Right before I get tanned up. They get every last morsel out here. Eating on the run here. Walking just across the hotel lobby here, over near the expo. That's where my tanning's at. So get the first coat put on. And we'll be back in the morning early for a touch up.
Rolling.
Turns out we walked too far. It's just right down the hall from our hotel. But it's crazy, man. Just walking around here, being in this environment, seeing all the past Olympia winners, seeing celebrities, owners of different brands. We've seen, Quest Nutrition, Steve Cardillo weight belts. Rich Gasperi is staying on our hotel floor, so it's just crazy, man. You follow all these people online, and they're just, normal people walking around, vlogging, doing silly stuff like us. Dang, teeth whitening. Might need to hit that up.
Midwest have never had a chance to see the definition of good. Down south, we needed like. I like it too. You're going for like 20 something. I'm like, how do you just gotta let your hair go out and let them run? Thank you, sir. Good luck. Yes, sir.
So we got our tan. I've had a couple meals since then. Now we're paying a lot more attention to our blood glucose levels because we've had about 300 carbs a day. That's a pretty high day for me. So what I'm wanting to see when I'm measuring this, I'm wanting it to be under 100, or I need to back off the carbs a little bit, or just wait a little bit longer until I have my next meal with carbs. So let's see what we got. 117. So we're either going to have to wait a little bit and take some RPG, glucose disposal agent, or we're going to have the next meal just carbs. I mean, just protein and fats. Definitely banking on that burger tonight. If you can't tell, I was kind of looking at the menu before I started this. Definitely banking on that burger and fries tonight. So I'll wait around a little bit. We'll see what my blood sugar comes down to in 30 minutes. And then we'll go from there. I'll show you my supplements here in just a second, because there's too much junk over here, but hey, that's part of it. Alright, so making an executive decision here, and my meal before my burger and fry meal tonight is going to be just protein and fats. I've got a mixture of fish and shrimp, a total of 4 ounces. Haven't been over 4 ounce protein meal today, just because I've noticed, you know, if I eat more than that as many times as I eat a day, especially this close, I start to get a little bloat, a little pooch at the bottom. Just as far as digestion goes, we want to make sure that carbs are the main thing. Carbs and fat today, been kind of low on fat, so we're adding in some Barney Bear again. No sodium until we cut our water out. So we'll cut our water out here in about an hour, and after that we can have sodium, if that makes any sense. So I did this last year, protein and fat, when I won the Kentucky Open, so tradition has it, we got to stick to it. It worked last year, hopefully it works this year. Alright guys, I'm going to show you all my secret stash here. This is a tip when traveling: put all your supplements in one place and hide them from the maids, because you know, you never know, they come in here and try to get it all swollen and stuff. So this is going to be my last drink of the day. Okay, just finished my last meal, the one that was protein and fats. Next will be the burger and fries. So I'm going to hit a little bit in there. That puts us at half a gallon today. That was the plan. Half a gallon. Usually do 2 gallons. So that's my water manipulation for the day. Okay. I'll run through this drawer real quick. I want to give a huge shout out to Complete Nutrition. 90% of these things in here you can get at their store. Couldn't do it without them. That's the only reason why I've maintained my muscle mass cutting down for this show. So walk you through. Here's my vitamin that I take. One of those. Don't need the vitamin C yet. CoQ10. I think actually everything is from Complete except this one antioxidant I found. Going to add in some extra B6 because the carbs were high today. Gonna throw in, this is actually in a vitamin container. It's an awesome vitamin, but I put my fiber in here, my Metamucil fiber. So just make sure things are regular tomorrow. Want to make sure you got a flat stomach. So I'll add that to my water. Alright, got the back row knocked out. Let's hit the front row. Got some vitamin D3. I've got some regular berberine here. That's one of the main ingredients in this RPG. I've already had a bunch of it today, so we'll take 4 of these before the burger meal instead of this. But I pack it just in case. I got some powdered milk thistle just for some liver health and detox properties. I got a OptiView with lutein. It's got a bunch of antioxidants in it. Some extra antioxidants when you've been in a deficit so long doesn't hurt, so I like to take some of those. Magnesium is an electrolyte. We're depleting electrolytes, and this will also help me calm down, help control cortisol levels. Everybody needs to take magnesium, in my opinion. And good old Mega Shreds. Been taking that for about 2 or 3 years, day and night. Great fish oil health supplement. So I got all those. One last thing. Always do a high dose of vitamin C if I'm trying to pull some water. It just helped me pull some more water, immune support, all that good stuff. Also tastes great, so we'll throw it in with my orange flavored Metamucil. And not only that, I like to add a little kick to it. So I got my apple cider vinegar. I'll add a shot in here. So that's it, guys. That is our last drink of the night. I'll maybe have half a cup of coffee tomorrow with breakfast with my pancakes and eggs. But that's it. Just enough to take my pills, hang out, and do some more burger research. We'll follow along. Savoring these last few ounces of this orange juice here. Not the orange juice, a mixture you just saw. Tastes kind of like Tang though. It's pretty good. But we're starting to dry out. We better be. Still got a little bit to go. My weight has actually came down. If you want to come in here and check my weight out. This morning it was, well, I weighed in yesterday 217. So I've got clothes on and I'm 214.8 right now. So we've been coming down, just depleting, dropping water. I'll be down a few pounds, but I'll be a little bit crispier. So conditioning when shows, so I want to get as dry as possible. So y'all want to see something pretty funny? Okay, for one, I haven't whitened my teeth in probably a year. That's why these are so old, that they have stuck to the wrapper with no plastic. I don't even know which side is which. I'm just guessing the side that it's stuck to is probably the opposite side. I don't know. So I might be putting these in here backwards. I have no idea, but I just found them in my little toiletry bag and I decided, well, might as well use them. We got a beauty pageant tomorrow, boys. So I'm going to throw these on and pop one of my favorite movies in. I watch this before every bodybuilding competition, but especially before this one. Say I won't hit that pose tomorrow. On the Arnold stage, baby. Best bodybuilding documentary of all time. Bumping up, bumping night run. Alright, so we got 20 minutes before one of my favorite burger places here in town closes, Max and Irma's. I always go to it. So we gotta take the Crown Plaza Skywalk here. Never have to go outside. It's I think it's snowing outside is what the forecast said, low 30s. So don't want to go outside because then all my hair starts growing. Trying to stay fresh for the stage tomorrow. think Louisville's playing tonight too. Hand crushed half-pound burgers. That's why I came here. Actually sitting in the same exact seats I did last year. That's silly, but it's the only table they have open. They're about to close, but all their stuff's in MyFitnessPal, so I'll be able to track everything that we're doing, even though this is our last meal and fill-out meal. Don't really matter as much, but I'm crazy. I like to know little stuff like that anyway, so I'll let you know what we pick. Alright guys, so MyFitnessPal rundown. I went with one patty, one half-pound patty, and one side of seasoned fries. So that's going to be 49 carbs, 30 fat, 34 protein. Nice little solid meal to help fill me out for the end of the night. You can see down here at the bottom in the blues my totals for the day. 332 carbs, 61 fat, 160 protein. So actually they caught me at a weird time because I just now noticed on the menu it's endless fries. So they're about to close. I was like, well, go ahead and bring me out an extra side here. We'll sit and look at it. We might eat it. So if we do eat it, that will add 49 more carbs. So I'll play that by ear. But I'm salivating. Can't wait, baby. Alright, so we're keeping it simple. Lettuce wrapped. We got our fries here. And the extra fries if we're feeling frisky. So salt's going back in. First salt of the day. Will be plenty. We'll fill out and we'll show you the aftermath. Time lapse. Get some of those carbs moving. I don't want to sweat that tan off, but good to evaluate everything. In the morning, it's always my best look ever. Straight out of the bed. Whew. Crispy. Here's the trick right here.